September. Our next guest says he's got your back either way. Arthur Abrams from Manhattan Buyers, co-founder, joins us now. Thank you, Arthur, for being with us today. I want to start off by saying you describe your business as being recession-proof. So you did well during the pandemic. You're doing even better now. Why is that the case? What makes you so uniquely positioned?
So, hi, how are you? So our business is I call it recession proof because in a robust economy, we're still going to be profiting off of upgraded, like people, if they want to upgrade to better watches or better jewelry or better diamonds. And in a downturn economy, people look to sell off to raise capital, raise cash, and we would profit from that anyway because we look to profit on every transaction just like any business. But we don't really show any weaknesses as far as, a good economy or a bad economy. It's always in demand. Jewelry is always in demand. Just the way you go about it sometimes changes, and the intricacies of that.
And I'm wondering, when we had the lockdown, specifically in New York last year, and there were lockdowns all around the country, I'm wondering, was your business was, of course, affected by that, but were you forced to close, to shut your doors? And how did you generally maintain your business and then conduct business during the darkest days of COVID when people simply weren't out and about as much?
That's actually a really good question. So for the first 2 weeks, it was a mandatory shutdown. But me and my partner started receiving phone calls, requests from clients, existing clients, and potentially new clients that wanted to come raise quick capital, sell off their jewelry items, gold, what have you, and raise some capital because of the uncertain times that we were going into. So the first 2 weeks, just like everybody else, we were away and we were closed. And then we had to open up because there was a big demand for it. A lot of the stuff that we were doing during COVID was actually by mail transactions. So it was, like FedEx insured. We would email labels to people. They would drop off the stuff in a FedEx facility and it would get to us. And then we would wire transfer them, direct deposit them funding for diamonds, jewelry, watches.
And so I want to ask you, what sort of uptrend have you seen in non-conventional loans, and what type of collateral do you accept for those loans?
So for now, we accept precious metals, diamonds, jewelry, and fine watches. Brands like Rolex, Cartier, Patek Philippe are those. Unconventional loans, right? It's not a loan that you get from a bank. So the rates tend to be higher, but people forego the bank because of all the lengthy process in how to get the loan. You have to file all these applications and it's a time-consuming thing. We can have a loan written out for you for your jewelry, collateralized loan for you within 24-hour period or less. So you could actually get funded really quickly. It's a big alternative for a lot of people. A lot of people get hit with margin calls, and or they want to turn their assets, and during the whole pandemic, the shutdown, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was performing really well. So a lot of people look to their assets to kind of cash in on the Bitcoin rallies and everything else that came along with that, all the crypto rallies.
And I did have a question about getting into NFTs, but we're going to have to save that for a later date. We are out of time here, but appreciate you stopping by. Arthur Abrams, Manhattan Buyers co